I finally moved out of my parents' house for the first time in the 27, almost 28 years of my life, and I am so excited. A little bit anxious, but excited, right? Anxious because I've never done this before, and I'm learning as I go, and it's only been 4 days. Yeah, 4 days. I moved in on Friday, and today's Monday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yeah. I had to figure out what it was like to be on my own because I have a child and I can't rely on my parents for forever. And I needed to know what it was like to get it on my own. With still having a great support system, but still getting it on my own, if that makes sense. And I wanted to, honestly, one of the biggest reasons I moved down, aside from what I just said, was to test my faith. I said, no. If there's any other thing that's really going to show me how much faith I have in myself and how much faith that I have in God, it's that. So I was like, if I move out, I have no other choice but to trust God. So I said, I'm going to do it. And it was hard because I was like, oh my God, can I really do this? And how it happened was I was looking for apartments since my daughter went away. So December came and nothing was moving. Work was slow. I was like, how am I going to get money for an apartment? Blah, blah, blah. And I found an apartment, but the rent was like $50 above my budget. And I was like, I don't want to do that. I'm not ready to move right now. It was too much. So I was like, let me continue looking for jobs, right? Because I was looking for a job because it was slow at work for me. And I said, you know what, let me go back and start looking for apartments again. So this was, again, January. January came and the same apartment that I found in December, the same realtor hit me back up again. It was like, hey, I saw you inquiring about such and such apartment. So I said, yeah. We had a little back and forth and then I heard nothing again. So I was like, okay, first of all, let me be realistic and decide on a state that I actually want to move to. And that makes sense being that I have a 1-year-old child and I need all the help that I can get. Because motherhood had your girl in a chokehold the first year. I said, nah, I need the help still. So I decided on Philadelphia. So shout outs to Philly because I kind of still feel like I'm at home, but not really. But anyway, I decided on Philly and again went back searching. I said, actually, no, before I went back to searching, I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and see if I can find, a reputable salon to work at. So I went on Indeed. And I wasn't finding anything much. So I was like, you know what? Let me try Instagram. And I went on Instagram and I was like, let me look up, a black salon that kind of focuses on the direction that I want to go to, that I want to gear my craft and here towards. And I found a salon. So I was like, okay, I'll follow her. Let me see what I found 3 salons, but she was at the top of the list. And I was like, okay, this looks cool. Let me go ahead and follow. So I went back searching for a job. I said, let me secure that first before I secure an apartment. Went back looking for a job on Indeed, and guess who I see? That same salon that was at the top of the list that I followed on Instagram pop up. Like, they're looking for a stylist, and she literally just posted the listing for the stylist maybe about 20 minutes before I saw it. I was like, oh, lit. Look at God. Let me go ahead and apply. So I applied, and I think within the next 2 days, I got a response back and I got an interview. So basically, I got hired for the job. I just had to, do a little back and forth with, the interview process and seeing how the salon works and see if we're really going to mesh well together. It was great. I knew it was going to be work, and I knew it was going to be different. I knew it was going to be completely out of my comfort zone, but I was like, you know what, this is what I asked for. I needed to be out of my comfort zone. I needed to get out the nest, and ain't no growth in your comfort zone. So I said, no, I got to do this, and I'm going to do whatever it takes. So after I secured that salon position, I was like, cool, let me go ahead and now look for an apartment. I was looking, and again, the same apartment that I initially got in contact with, the realtor hit me up when I inquired about, I guess, another property that was under his listings. And I was like, wow, this must really be God. Like, it was like this apartment was waiting for me. And I applied to so many other apartments, some that were closer to work, some that was a little bit further, and nobody was accepting me because, you know, this was the first year I actually got my business documents together, got my taxes for my business together. You know, your first year of business, you don't always make a lot of money, so I didn't make a lot of money, and I had to get a cosigner and stuff. And, you know, a lot of apartments, they just made it really difficult. But this one apartment, I explained my situation. I got a cosigner, and I got my dad to cosign, which was a hassle, but it worked. And I had to put, like, you know, a larger deposit down. I was like, dang, this is all my savings. All my savings. This is all I have left. But I'm willing to bet on myself, right? So when they finally did get back to me about, you know, when can I move in and stuff, the total for the deposit was actually lower than what I initially was told. And I was excited because that gave me a little cushion to, you know, make my rent for the next month. And when I finally moved in, when I finally got the okay to move in, I was supposed to move in on a Monday, but the lack of communication between me and the management of the apartment was just horrible. So I got Thursday for the date. I got a Thursday, and on a Thursday I was ready to move in, but everything was so delayed because I had clients, and I had to go to the post office, and I had to, you know, get my stuff in order, get the U-Haul truck. It was just a lot. So I ended up, and I missed my bus. My bus was for 8:30, and I missed it. And so I just had to go back home and try again the next day. Which the next day, first thing in the morning, I had clients at the new salon. So I was like, you know what, whatever. And the manager that actually lives in the building of my apartment building, he was like, you know, he's gonna be there in the morning, which initially he told me he wasn't. So I was like, perfect. I got off the bus right on time, jumped in an Uber, dropped my stuff off, gave him the deposit, and ran to work. And it worked out perfectly. That day I was exhausted, but I was still grateful because I got to move in instead of waiting till 8 o'clock at night to do all of that. And I slept on the floor the first night because my parents wasn't coming with my things until Saturday. And I was sore and achy when I woke up, but I was just still, you know, so happy that I'm finally in my own place. When Saturday came, they dropped off my stuff, but they couldn't stay, and I had clients on Saturday as well. And it was a pretty chaotic week, but it was still good because I had clients. I moved in. Everything was just so it was just a hassle, a really big hassle, and it was a lot going on, and I felt overwhelmed, but pushed through it and I made it. And I was still grateful and happy that, you know, this opportunity was here. And so far, so good. I booked an appointment with, you know, a girl that does nails out here. Just, you know, just to, nail techs be knowing. They know all the spots and stuff like that. So I said, you know what, let me just book my appointment. And I made a promise to myself. I said, I'm going to do my nails and I'm going to do my lashes because I'm trying to, you know, grow my hair out a little bit, well, until June. Just because I wanted something new. I wanted something different. So here we are. But overall, this experience has been great so far. I didn't really get to explore the city just yet because I'm still taking it all in. And quite honestly, I'm still tired because I mopped my place out from ceiling to floors to windows. You know, I had to get the good vibes in. Just get the energy really upbeat and play some music and just make sure that my place is what I want it to be and how I want to feel when I'm home and when I'm creating and when I'm doing, you know, all these things of being a mom. It's been cool, a cool 4 days, and I'm excited for what's to come. I know that in this time that for me, it's important to stay close to God because that's the only way that I'll be able to see myself through. I was in a quiet time with God since my daughter left. Like, after I gave birth and up until November when she left, I was preparing myself to, you know, go into a bit of hermit mode just to have some time with God, just to understand what patience is, just to understand what faith is. And it's making me tear up right now because I'm just like, wow, this is amazing. But yeah, I'm excited. I am excited. And I was talking to my grandmother. She was like, you know, it's not gonna be easy. Life is like a bumpy road. You know, part of it is it'll be smooth and the other parts will be real bumpy, but you're gonna be okay. And I was just like, you know what, you're right, Granny, it's gonna be fine. Oh God, it's gonna be a-okay. The people at the salon are really nice. I don't really have much neighbors yet, and everybody's been cool so far. And the people that really know me, really fuck with me, has been, you know, supportive so far. So I'm just happy for it all, right? So now I'm gonna show you my apartment. Washer, dryer, everything is literally everywhere because, yeah, I'm cleaning up right now. Here's a closet. Yeah. Here is the bathroom. And the bedroom. And we have another closet. And now, yeah. So stay tuned for how I furnish my apartment and more of me.